Oh, no, I'm not going to give you that information. I don't know who you are. No, I'm ever so sorry. I'm afraid I'm not going to say any more. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Oh, that was a little bit odd. I just had someone give me a call to say, ask me all this personal information about myself, asking me for my personal details on my credit card, my password for my email, and I thought, uh-oh, that doesn't sound very good. So do you think that was a good idea not to say anything? I think so too. You know what? The other day I had an email from somebody and it had a very strange link on the bottom. I didn't recognise who had sent it to me. It was asking me to click something. And I spoke to Mrs. Abbott, our business manager, and we agreed, that seems a bit uh-oh. So we decided the best thing to do was definitely not to click on it, but was to delete it. Have you ever had that uh-oh feeling when going on the internet or using a program online? Maybe someone's cropped up and is trying to talk to you that you don't know who they are, or maybe something's popped up and you don't know what that is and it's asking you to press on something. I mean, we've been using the internet probably a little bit more than normal due to lockdown, and I just wondered whether you'd had that uh-oh feeling. Now, I've got to give you a little bit of a secret. I've got to be honest. Now, there wasn't really somebody on the phone, but I did have a very strange email the other day, and I did ask Mrs. Abbott, and I did delete that. But the reason why I did that was because I did want to talk to you about online safety, being safe when we're using the internet. So be it on our tablets or on our computers or on our phones if we're old enough. It's still really, really important. And normally we do a lot of talking about that in school. I know you've had some opportunities to do some lessons online with that, but I thought it was not a bad idea to remind you. So just the same as if, would you ask, so if someone came to your door and said, oh, can I come in? Can I go and play with your toys? And can I go and look through your cupboards and your wardrobe? And can I go and get some food out of your fridge and have a little look at your telly and work out what your online instructions are? Can I do that? You wouldn't, would you? So it's just the same when you're using the computer or the internet. So I've got some top tips for you, and hopefully you've remembered us talk about these top tips before in assemblies, but also in class as well. So I'm going to screen share and let's see if we can remember as many of them as possible. It's all about that uh-oh feeling. Okay, so let's just screen share. Here we go. All right, so we're going to talk about our top tips. So the first one is, if I click, is it going to start? Yes, to remember your core values. Did you notice that when I spoke on the phone that I was still being very polite? I was being respectful. I wasn't using rude language. I wasn't being nasty. I was speaking just as I would do with anyone normally. So despite whatever happens, make sure when you're using the internet that you are using your core values, and that is with your friends, with someone you need to communicate with, or especially even if somebody that crops up that you don't know. Continue to be polite, be respectful, continue to treat people as you would expect to be treated. Right, let's have a look at number 2. So remember that people you don't know online are strangers. Even if they're sounding really friendly and they've got a really cool avatar picture, or they've done, you've played with them online, perhaps a game, and they seem really nice and friendly, you don't know them. They are strangers, and you don't know if you can totally trust them. So that's really, really important. And if you're ever doing anything like that, who should you talk to and check that it's okay? An adult at home. Keep personal information private. I always remember 2 of the boys when a little while ago when I was teaching year 6, they were saying to me, do you know what, you need to treat your password like your toothbrush. And I said, oh, excuse me. And they said, well, you wouldn't share it with anybody, would you? And I said, that is a very good point. So keep personal information private. zip it, as they say. See it like a toothbrush. Don't share that information to people. So did you notice when I was on the phone and they were asking me about my number, my mobile number, my email password, I wasn't going to give them that information because it's mine and it's private. So, and then finally, it's that uh-oh feeling. So like when I had the email and there was a link and I thought, oh, this doesn't look like anything I've seen before. It looks a little bit strange. Tell an adult. So I spoke to a friend, but you need to tell an adult. If you see anything like that, you need to say, and that's known as flag it. So these we definitely have shared with before. So zip it means keep your personal stuff private and think about what you say and do online. Block it. You can block people who send nasty messages, and don't open unknown links and attachments. And if you're not sure how to do that, then that is where it's so important to tell an adult. And we do that by flagging it. Flag it with somebody you trust. If anything upsets you or if someone asks to meet you offline, that's so important. Okay, so let's have some thinking time. How can we be safe online? Let's remember the things that we can use to be safe online. So for example, if we're using Purple Mash, that's something that the school have been able to set up. It's a safe place where you know the people using the Purple Mash on your class are people you know and you can trust, and the adults, your teachers are looking at those. But think about all the things that you can do at home to stay safe as well. Think about making sure that you tell an adult what you're doing on the internet and that they are aware, and think about if there's anything that crops up at all that you get the uh-oh feeling about, make sure you flag it and tell somebody. So let's have some thinking time about that. Okay. Continue to use the internet. It's such a wonderful device. I'm able to communicate with you now through it. It is such a fantastic thing. It has helped us immensely to be able to communicate and support each other and to learn and still to thrive over lockdown. So the internet is a fantastic thing. We've just got to remember, in order to make the most of it, to use it safely. So I hope you have a lovely week. Continue to be the best you can be. Really go for it with your learning at home and at school. And I can't wait to celebrate with you on Friday. And I'm going to have everything crossed that I'm going to be able to put this on Purple Mash and not the school website. So have your fingers crossed for me. Take care. Bye.